So like I said before, guys, now this is going to be the lecture on a quick one about applying material to your drawings. So we're going to start by just making any shape. So press open. Okay, so let's go and make a simple cube. So like you guys have known how to do now. Let's go to the top plane. So as you see here right away, instead of doing sketch, I went feature and I clicked on extrude and automatically it opened up a sketch for me. So it's automatically going to do the rest as well. So if I go here, then I dimension this and I say this is going to be 5 and I make them all equal to each other. I'm just making you a part so we could uh, equal, equal. Okay, if I press check mark and I go back to my piece, you see now it should right away bring me into the extrude option. So that's another little shortcut thing I want to show you guys is instead of always, if you don't want to do the sketch, click sketch and do it and then go back. If you go to the feature and choose the one you're going to build right away, once you're done the sketch, it will automatically take you to that piece. So it's a little bit of a faster way if you want to speed up. But now we have our 5 by 5 material. So once it's fully defined, let's pretend, did I make it fully defined or it's not? Oh, it is. It's fully defined. Perfect. So once we have our cube and it's fully defined, now we're going to notice that beside our design table, we see something called material not specified. So if you want to be able to choose your material, it's not that hard. You're just going to right click and you do have the option that says edit material. You're going to get a pop-up like so, which allows you to change different materials from steel to iron to copper to zinc. Whatever your need is, you're able to change it. You do have the properties here as well, the appearance of how it's going to look once you click on it, the hatching, and so forth. So for example, now let's go say we choose galvanized steel. So let's open up steel and let's look for galvanized steel. So just by clicking on it, you see right away we have the properties of that material. So we have elasticity, we have the mass density. So this is all preset in your SolidWorks thing. We have how it looks, the material, the hatch it's going to use, if any properties you want to fill in, the application, if it's one of your favorite ones. So this is the look we're going to allow it to do it. So again, you do have enough little properties about the material you're using. If I use plain carbon steel, for example, it's different numbers. If I use cast iron, so we do have the actual specs for that material. So now if I want to, I could go press, oops, apply. What does this do? So apply it, press close. So now you notice that we added the box. We are able to see that we do have the material set up. Now, even if we go to our sheets later on, in the material, it will tell you whichever material you have chosen over here. So every time you change the material, if I go here now, edit material, and I were to change it to say iron, like aluminum copper, and I do brass, I apply it, close. Now you notice that I have the brass look as well. So you could change the material as you choose and it will be able to work as well. Let's go back and just leave it as, like I said before, steel. Let's go do galvanized steel, apply. So in the property tab, by the way, before I forget, if you wanted to change the units, you can change it to metric. You could change it to SI. So you are able to change the units of that material if you want the values to change in it as well. The colors still look the same, just that for if you example you need metric or you need metric, sorry, or imperial, you're able to see the different information that's needed for that actual piece that you're working with. So there we go. We added the actual material. Now let's say if I wanted to add, if you wanted wood, I could go here as well, edit material. These are the ones that are your recent ones. If, for example, I do edit, or sorry, favorites, and I were to go do woods, and I do oak, and I add it to my favorite, so add oak here. If I press close, right, and I right click again, you see now I have the oak option set. So if I click here, it's going to change my material because those are the ones I use as my favorites. So if you end up going to a company that uses set material over and over again, you could technically just click edit material, and then from there choose the ones that you're using. So if I said galvanized steel, I can add it to my favorites. I could put them up higher or lower. I could remove some, depending on what you want. And now if I go back, you see galvanized steel pops up. So you're able to change the material that fast. It's very simple. It adds the material, doesn't take long, and you're able to see everything that is needed for the drawings. Now, again, how would you find the mass property of your parts? So now to be able to see the mass properties, if you ever need it, is you need to go to the evaluate. So right over here, and inside there, you will see you have the option for mass properties. So the mass property tab you see here, you click on it, you will see that will give you the calculations for the piece with the material you chose. So this is the one, recalculate. This is using your, I don't know why that's changed to a different color, but this is using the material that we actually chosen on the other side. Okay, that was a little bit of a glitch. So now you can see we have all our information. It shows you the density, it shows you the mass, it shows you the volume, it shows you the surface area. So the units is used based on your document. So in our case, I'm using let's go see which units I'm using. Let's go back and check what units I was using. Let's go back here, edit material. Let's go back to English IPS. So it's inches, close. Let's go back to mass properties, recalculate, so it updates. So you're able to see that we're able to update our documents properties. All right, so that's a simple little piece. I will give you guys, you could play with it different, you could change the coordinates. There's a lot of stuff, there's a lot of other things you can do with this. I'm just showing you the basic, how to see the properties, how to change the materials. There will, I could give you some assignments later on, or you just could build items that you want, and you could change those materials for those items as well. All right, so it's not that complicated. It was a simple little one about materials. So if there's any questions, please let me know. So again, the other thing you can do while looking at this is you do have the option for your display manager, which shows you your material as well in the drawing. You can also add some decals, the view them, the lights, all for your materials. You do have one up here as well, but I don't see it. I think I'm thinking another software, which had the material up here. I think I was thinking Inventor, which gave you the material on top, but there's also one right here. This is where it is, where you can edit the appearance of your drawings. You could edit the background of your drawing, like I said earlier. All stuff you can do for your piece. See, by clicking on this one here, it opened up the other side, which gave us more material options, titanium, lead, brass, just to show you the look of it. But again, always just to make sure that it's over here as well. All right, so that would be it for the lecture on material. Um, I hope it was interesting for you guys, and I will be posting or seeing you guys on Monday. Thank you so much. All right, so if you have if you forgot anything and you need help, there is some previous videos you can watch that I've posted before on lectures 1, 2, 3, and 4, and now this one here will be lecture 5. I'm hoping by the next one we're working on, we start working on assemblies. simple assemblies, then we'll go on to more harder assemblies as we go on in the lecture. So thank you again and have a good one. Don't forget to subscribe, share, comment, like it. You guys like it, I'll just keep making these videos for you. It's just kind of thing like that. Thank you so much. Have a good day.